Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to the Life and Times of Crazy Patrick. Keeping with the spirit of Halloween and the story that the story I just told you in the gravesite I showed you. I'm going to keep it going here. I'm going to take you to the city of Old Mesilla. It's one of the oldest cities in New Mexico. It's the town that Billy the Kid was caught and was jailed, and he also escaped from there. So it has quite a history. Oh gosh, it was like a stage station, and Pancho Villa was said to be there, and quite a few other famous people from back in the day. But I thought we'd do a little drive. I need to go do my walking, and so get that out of the way also. But I thought while we're driving over there, I might as well show you the trip. Right now we're on Avenida de Mesilla, and this is a road that'll take you straight into Old Mesilla if you ever want to come and visit. Old Mesilla really has such a history. There's another story I'm gonna tell you about, but I have to get permission. I'm gonna try to make an appointment with the manager of the Double Eagle in Old Mesilla. It's a really nice restaurant, and it's haunted. There's a couple ghosts in that are in that building, and the manager could tell you better than I, and stuff that goes on in there is pretty unbelievable. But I'm going to take you to another place today, and it's a cemetery in Old Mesilla, probably one of the oldest cemeteries in the state. There's a lot of really ornate statues and headstone sculptures, but there's one of our local famous graves is also in that cemetery. So I'm going to take you there and tell you the story and show you the grave, and we'll do a little walking around that cemetery. It's called San Albino Cemetery. So we'll be there. It just takes a few minutes to get to Old Mesilla. Doesn't take long at all. So I hope you're enjoying the ride. I appreciate, if you've not subscribed to my channel, I hope I earn your subscription. And if you're one of my many new subscribers, and my new viewers that have left comments, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. I really appreciate you coming on board. I couldn't thank you enough. You're really, and another thing, with the response that I've got on the last couple of videos, it actually motivates me and gives me some energy back. It makes me want to get out and do things. So I want to thank you for that too. You wouldn't think that little bit would help, but it really, really does. It helps a tremendous amount. Now this town, we're right now coming into Old Mesilla. It's very, very busy town. There's a couple breweries. There's a couple breweries. There's a lot of gift shops and restaurants, and La Posta is here. It's like world famous Mexican restaurant. The Double Eagle that's haunted, and just a lot of history and a lot of stores, and it is packed with tourists. So we are now here. I just have to get to the street that the cemetery is on. And let's see, I don't know where I want to turn. I think maybe, yeah, I'm going to turn here. This is a street that takes you to the plaza, the downtown plaza. Oh my gosh, it looks like they got something going on. You've got something big going on here. I'm going to go ahead and turn here. The name of the street that I'm on right now is, let me see, I think it's Cala de Albino is the name of this street. And right over on the right is La Posta, world famous La Posta. And man, look at all the cars, look at all the traffic. They have this street supposed to be a two-way street, and they parked on both sides of the street to where you can barely get down the street. I don't know what the big thing is that's going on here in town. Have to check that out a little later. And there's a bar here that I may go to, and they show you the bar. There's bullet holes in the bar. It's called El Patio. It's kind of a well-known watering hole here. I just love all the old architecture here. It's all, it's all old adobe, super thick walls that, stays cool in the summer and warm in the winter. I think I might have to go, I don't know if I'm on the right street. I think I need to be on Cala de Guadalupe, and I think that's one more street west, I believe it is. So we're gonna go down here. I believe we need to be on Cala de Guadalupe. Here we are. Make a left here. And this is gonna take us to the cemetery. Now I do want to caution folks that You know, there's some people that live right here near the cemetery, and they really do not like people coming in here at night. So if you do come to visit, make sure you come during the day and don't try to come in here at night, because people really take offense to that. But we're almost there. This is just a really sleepy little town, and you have to drive slow. The streets are narrow. You know, they're still built for horse and buggies. But here we are, folks. You can see the cemetery coming now. We'll get in here and we'll find a place to park. And it actually says here, San Albino Cemetery, no admittance after dark. 7 a.m. to 5 a.m. Now I'm gonna find a place to park here. I don't know where I'm gonna park. I will find a place that's out of the way. But you can see some of the sculptures and stuff as we're going by. Some of these graves are just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. But I'm gonna park over here because there's a big wide area that's, you know, where I can park and be out of everybody's way if anybody else comes in here today. And we're gonna walk around here. And I'll tell you the story. And you can take it for what it's worth, but it's a legend here. All the locals believe it. So I'm gonna go ahead and pause this now, and we'll get out and we'll go do some walking around. Okay, folks. Well, here we are at the cemetery. I'm just gonna pan around here a little bit. The sun is so bright. But you can see here some of these graves just have an old wooden cross on them, and that one, you know, piled up with some gravel on top. And then the one behind it is really fancy. You can take a look out there. We'll walk around here a little bit and show you some of these. They're just absolutely one of the prettiest cemeteries I've ever been in. And some of the sculptures and headstones are, you know, are just super old. I know this cemetery's had to been here since probably the early 1800s. That one's been here so long it's all gone. Everything's gone on it. There's a PFC 34 Tank Battalion, World War II. Well, some of these are just beautiful, but all the inscriptions are chipped off. Well, here's one that's really cool. Has inscriptions like on a Bible. 1884. Well, these here are pretty cool. But you can just see all the way around. It's just nothing but huge, beautiful sculptured headstones. But the story I want to tell you about is a legend here. All the local folks believe it, and nobody knows what the date was, but this cemetery is home to a witch's grave, and we're going to go over to that right now. It stands out. You can probably see it from here. It really catches your eye. It's like right in the middle, and when the witch was buried, they put a huge rock boulder on her grave, because they was afraid she'd get out of the grave and cause havoc. And then they still didn't think that was enough, so they encased it in concrete block and cement, and shortly thereafter, cracks started to appear, and all the locals thought that it was the witch trying to get out through a crack. So year after year, the locals come and repair cracks because they don't want her getting out. They've changed the cross that's on the tomb. Cross used to be black, and somebody had carved 666 in the cross, but now they've painted it so that it's not black anymore. I guess it was kind of maybe freaking people out a little bit. But here we are, folks. This is supposedly the witch's grave. And you can see there's cracks. There's the cross that's on top. And it's said that a few years back, I'm not sure of the year, there was a teenage girl spent the night here at the tomb, and nothing happened during the night. Nothing scary or anything that was to scare her or anything. But she spent the night here at the tomb, and then after she had done that, all of a sudden she came down with epilepsy, and she had violent seizures, and all her family and friends believe that it happened because she had stayed the night here with the witch. But you can see here, they got her encased real good, but man, there's a lot of cracks. They got to get in there and fix these cracks again. But they even have the top of it. You can see the top of it. You know, you'd have to get in, you'd have to have a jackhammer. But they're afraid she'll get out through one of these cracks. So that's the story, folks, of the witch's grave. And but man, you can see here, I'm gonna pan around some more, and we'll go over here and see some more of these really ornate sculptures and statues. Here's one here that was 1887 to 1968. Heck, man, that guy had a long life. Eduardo L. Franco and Mrs. Franco, Trinidad L. Franco. Wow. Oh, and here's Castillo. Lucero. Then here's another one. It's Lucero. That one's just been there so long, and it's just a wooden cross. Wow. And here's a really pretty one. Has a statue of Jesus. Wow. Isabel Lucero. And here's one. The family has it all fenced in. Aren't they beautiful? Here's one that's a concrete cross. Part of it's broken. Well, but you can see over there how the witch's grave stands out from all the rest. You can spot it right away. Yep. And I'm sure she was buried there in the, in the 1800s when they didn't like witches. But wow, see, some of them are, isn't it beautiful? Some of these are just really, really old. Here's some more concrete crosses. There's some over there that are really beautiful. Check those out. Those really tall ones over there has Jesus and in statues of Jesus in the headstone. Wow. 1890, 1927. Wow. Here's one over here that's really, I've got to go see this one from the front. It's Jesus carrying the cross. Wow. Absolutely beautiful cemetery. But this is someplace, if you're coming through Las Cruces, you can come see this for yourself. And I want to thank you all for leaving so many comments. I hope you enjoy this video and leave me some comments. This one with the statue of Jesus carrying the cross is 1888 to 1955. You can see that they, just look at the ground, how it's, people come in and rake and keep it manicured and keep all the weeds down. They really take good care of this cemetery. Well, but some of these are just outrageously beautiful. Well, here's a big family plot here, it looks like. I don't know, for some reason it's cabled off. Soto, Duran, Mays. Wow. Here's one that's pretty interesting. This one's really kind of interesting here. Really beautiful, huh? Wow. Well, guys, I guess that's about all there is to see here. What's this sign say? All burials, casket or urns at San Albino Cemetery must have prior approval from the rector of the Basilica of San Albino. So you have to have permission from the church to be buried in here. But it's sure cool. 1877. This one is Miestas, 1877 to 1902. And you can see there's some more like just old wooden crosses, and you know those have been here for a long time. Old wooden crosses. They didn't even have headstones. Buried the people and put a cross. Probably had their name on it at one time or another carved in. But this is really interesting to me, I think. I hope y'all enjoy it. Leave me some comments and let me know what you think about the witch's grave. If it's all a bunch of hooey or if it's for real. But it sure does stand out. And all the locals sure do believe it. So, you know, it's up to you to believe what you want. Nobody's trying to change your mind on anything. But let me know what you think. I just think this place is beautiful. Kind of warm today. And I'm kind of curious of what's going on downtown. I don't even know if I can get a parking place where I can walk in there and find out. I'd like to go to that old El Patio bar. There used to be a guy. He was a Vietnam vet. He's so he'd be older than me if he's still alive. But that was his bar of choice, and he would put away the beer. And so he had like DWIs and stuff, so he didn't drive to the bar. He'd ride his horse. They tried to give him cops tried to give him a DWI on his horse. He was riding home from the bar. Well, the horse actually would take him home from the bar. You know, he was all sloshed, and the horse knew his way home, so the horse would take him home. But they tried to give him a DWI on the horse, and the judge threw it out of court. He's on a horse. He's not driving a motor vehicle. He's riding a horse. You know, what's the worst thing could happen? He fall off the horse, you know, run over somebody with the horse. But I don't know. Here's my little Chevy Spark. So we're back to the car. I'm going to go ahead and stop this now. Thanks for joining me, folks. I want to tell you, you know, again, stay positive, stay healthy, and God bless everyone.